Molly, Dolly, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Hi friends, have you guys ever thought of living a different life than now? I sometimes wonder how it would feel if I was born as the oldest child in my family. In today's story, a life-changing event happens to a prince and a pauper as they make a decision to live different lives. Today's story is called The Prince and the Pauper, and it is a novel by American author Mark Twain. It was first published in 1881 in Canada before its 1882 publication in the United States. Now let's jump into the story to find out what happens to them. In London, two boys were born on the same day. Tom was born into a poor family, but the other boy was Prince Edward, born into the royal family. Prince Edward received everyone's love and grew up happily. Time passed. Prince Edward and Tom were both 13 years old. Prince Edward had an abundance of everything, but Tom was always tired and hungry. One day, Tom came out to the city where the palace was. Wow, the city is crowded with a lot of people. Wow, is that great architecture the palace? I can't imagine how magnificent it will be inside. I shall go take a look.
Who are you? You don't belong here.
I just thought the palace was so beautiful, so I wanted to take a closer look.
Don't even dare to come close to the palace.
What's all the fuss? Leave the boy alone. What's your name, boy? My name is Tom. I just thought this palace was magnificent. If it is this marvelous outside, how beautiful would it be inside? Is that right? My name is Prince Edward. I happen to be very bored right now. Should I show you around inside? Really? Is that really possible? I'm the prince. No one can stop you if you walk in with me. Thank you. Just like this, Prince Edward took Tom inside the palace. Wow, this is way beyond my imagination. It is so beautiful here. I wish I was you. Look at all these delicious foods and elegant furniture. I'm so hungry because I've been starving since yesterday. May I have some of the food? Of course. You may eat until you're too full to eat anymore. Thank you so much. You're so lucky you get delicious food like this every day. Tom, what do you do every day? Nothing special. I run around the field with my friends and sometimes swim in the river. Wow, that sounds great. I wish I could live freely like you. What are you talking about? I'm really jealous of you, Prince. If I could live in a fantastic place like this and eat delicious food every day, I would want nothing else. Is that right? Then do you want to join me in some fun? What would that be? Let's change into each other's clothes. We are about the same height, and we also look pretty similar. If we just exchange our clothes, no one will notice. Okay, that sounds fun. Let's go. Wow, we look so similar, we could be twins. How about we try swapping lives just for one day? You be the prince in this palace. Really? Okay, let's do that, just for one day. That should be fine, right? Just like this, the prince and the pauper exchanged into each other's clothes. Edward walked out of the palace while Tom stayed behind. That day, Edward swam in the river and ran around the field. But he was so hungry because he couldn't get enough food for himself. The next day, he tried to go back inside the palace, but
You're here again today. The palace is not your playground. Go back to where you belong.
what are you talking about? I'm this country's prince. I'm Edward.
Ha 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 ha. What are you saying? Stop lying or else you will get punished.
I'm this country's prince. Let me inside the palace. Oh no. The prince repeatedly shouted that he is the real prince, but no one believed him because of the clothes that he was wearing and the way he looked. Unfortunately, he had to come out to the streets again. Oh, this is terrible. I can't believe all these people are living such hard lives and facing many difficulties daily. I didn't know anything while living in the safe fence of my palace. I thought that everyone lived comfortably, but there are so many people facing hardships. They don't even have the basic necessities provided to them. I wonder how Tom is doing. Wow, it feels so nice to live as the prince. It is a life filled with a comfortable place to sleep and delicious food. But why isn't Prince Edward coming back? It definitely feels a lot more comfortable and nice here, but it's getting a bit boring for me. I want to go out and play with my friends. Prince Edward, come back already. One day, the king died, so Tom had to become king in his place. Tom was confused at the situation, but he couldn't do anything because Edward was not back yet. After hearing the news that his father passed away, Edward finally decided to return to the palace. And the day that Tom would be announced as king, Edward sneaked into the palace after avoiding the guards. Edward! Wait, I'm the real prince. I'm Edward. Don't speak nonsense. Bring this pauper outside of our palace. Stop. He is the real king. What he's saying is true. We just exchanged our clothes. Wait, what is he saying? Is that true? Are you my son Edward? Yes, Mom. I apologize. Just like this, Tom and Edward were able to go back to their original places, and Edward, remembering the hard lives of the people outside of the palace, became the great king who ruled his kingdom wisely. And this is the end of today's story. I was worried that they would mistake Tom for the real prince until the very end, but I'm glad that the truth was revealed. At the same time, I feel relieved that the difficulties Edward faced outside of the palace helped him to become a great and understanding king for his kingdom. I'll see you again next time then. Bye!